A blistering half-century from Sahibzada Farhan.
Gone again, and he's hit that one for another sixer.
His first T20I 50, Sahibzada Farhan. He's been in fabulous form throughout the year.
And a clinical bowling display led by Abrar Ahmed.
Asking given.
Big strike. Oh, that's done. That's gone as well.
Powered Pakistan to a comprehensive 57-run victory over Bangladesh in the second T20 International at Gaddafi Stadium on Friday.
The series win to Pakistan, so congratulations to Pakistan for winning the series.
This win secured their first home series win in more than 3 years and will motivate the team towards a 3-0 whitewash going into the third and final match. Litan Das's men will be playing for pride and look to the top order to capitalize on their starts.
Out, went quickly, catch is taken.
That's out. Well caught at mid-on.
Tonight promises to be an action-packed thriller. Stay tuned. Well, we're here for the final T20 International at Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore. It's the KFC Presents Bank Al Falah series, and it's Salman Agha's men. They are up against Litan Das's men, the final T20. Well, it's a super Sunday here, an off day for the general public, which will be coming in huge numbers. The crowd has been really good in this Bangladesh series. Got to say, after the HPL PSL, it's good to see that the same kind of consistency has been maintained, and today promises to be no different. Hello and welcome to Pitside. Now it's the final and the last T20 international between Pakistan and Bangladesh. Pakistan has already won the series, and Bangladesh, of course, will be playing for pride. A chance for both these sides to perhaps test their bench strength and really get some winning momentum behind them. With me, I've got Ramiz Raja and Athar Ali Khan. Ramiz, the final T20 between both these sides, Pakistan has already won, but they've got a chance to perhaps try out a few of the other players that have been warming the bench.
Well, they've been in this experimental mode now for 2 years, so I don't know whether that's advisable or not. But you're right, because you won the series, so you want, and we saw that Sahibzada Farhan came in and absolutely made that position his, you know, that opening slot. So it's not a bad proposition really to try out some of the other guys who were very, very impressive during the PSL. Fakhar Zaman, Sahibzada and Mohammad Haris, your choices at the top, then the all-rounders and then the bowlers. I think the bowling needs a bit tuning up as well moving forward into this in this year's T20 internationals. I think you've got to have a frontline performer, maybe in the shape of Naseem Shah or Shaheen Shah Afridi, somebody to come in and provide them with a wicket-taking platform.
All right, then looking at Bangladesh, I mean, Athar, what kind of changes can we expect from them, if any?
Well, we've seen Shoriful Islam getting himself injured in the very first over that he bowled. So if he's not fit, then most likely we'll probably see Khalid Ahmed coming into the 11. But if you look at what has happened so far, it's a lackluster performance, especially in terms of batting. Lichun Kumar Das had one of the starts when he made 48. But look out for Tanjeed Hassan Tamim and Ridoy. They are young, exciting cricketers. But if you get an opportunity, you got to grab it with both hands. 144 and 164 is not going to win you games. You get those starts, but you don't capitalize. I think that's the key where they need to focus and concentrate a little bit more.
All right, then talking about Pakistan versus Bangladesh, remember this is the final and the last T20 international between both these sides. We are ready with the toss now, so it's over to Bazid Khan, who's out there with the two captains.
Welcome to the toss. The toss brought to you by Exchange On, the world's first arbitrage exchange. Salman Ali Agha, Pakistan team captain. Toss mascot Mohammad Samroz. Litan Das, the Bangladesh captain, and obviously match referee Ranjan Madugale. Salman, you have the coin, please. Give it a flip.
Head.
Heads is the call. Heads is the call. Tails it is. Tails it is. Salman, 3 out of 3. What are you doing and why?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's not the same on both sides. Yeah, we want to bowl first today.
You bowling first.
Yeah.
Why is that? Just to change it up?
Yeah, it's looked like a good wicket. We just want to bowl first and try to stick them under par and then chase that.
Any changes to your side?
We have one change. Haris is resting and Abbas is playing.
But the way you're playing T20 cricket, you're going to try and do the same. You play a lot of all-rounders. Is that because you have all-rounders available, or that is the way that Pakistan wants to play?
I do want to play like 8 batting options and 6 proper bowling options. But the way I have luxury of like so many all-rounders, it's ice and cherry, everything on the cake. But yeah, we do want like 8 batting options and 6 proper bowling. And with that, if 7, 8, I'm very happy with that.
The only thing that was disappointing in the previous game was that 7 bowlers took a wicket. If you had got a wicket, it would have been a world record.
Yeah, I should have taken a wicket. But yeah, I'm very happy the way we are going. We just want to continue like that and want to be a team who are very, very consistent in every game. And that's what we are looking for today as well.
And what would you be comfortable chasing here?
Well, we just want to restrict them under par here, and we know what is par score here. We just want to restrict them under par. This is what we talk about all the time in our team meetings. Whenever we bat first, we want to score 10-15 runs above par, and then when we are bowl first, we just want to restrict them like under par, like 10-15 runs under.
Thank you very much, and good luck.
Thank you. Good luck.
Little batting first, it looks like a good wicket. First time you're batting in this series first.
Yeah, definitely. It's look good wicket to bat on.
There's a problem where there a collapse in your batting order. How do you correct that?
I mean, although we batted the last 2 games, the partnership was not there. The thing is, we have to build the partnership in the middle. If the partnership coming, the later one, we know that we have a very good batting on day pin, so we can cash in up later.
Sharaful, is he playing today or is he rested?
No, he's injured. He's out of the team. Khalid playing.
The injuries are plaguing you, but 4 games that you lost on the trot, is that a concern? You want to correct that, don't you?
The toss?
No, just the games, the 4 games on the trot.
Definitely. Last 4 games we are not up to the mark. Hopefully we can collectively perform today.
What do you like to score batting first here?
Not in mind, just play the game. How the pitch behave, they will utilize.
Thank you very much and good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
So the news out here in the center is that Pakistan have won the toss and are having a bowl.
All right, then Pakistan presenting a challenge for themselves because they have won the toss and decided to bat first in the first T20 internationals. Not to be this time, another toss lost, but what do you make of this side,
Well, they're batting for the very first time, and I feel really good about this because when you bat for the first time, there's less pressure. So they got to go and express themselves right from the top of the order. Tanzir, Imon, Liton, Ridoy, and Jakir is going to do the bulk of run. One thing they must remember, whoever gets a start needs to capitalize and cash in because you just cannot get starts and throw your wicket away. Tanzir Hasan Tamim's couple of 30s. Ridoy was looking good. Liton Kumadas was also looking good. Remember, Parvez Hussain, Imon, the left-hander, right at the top of the order, has got the quickest T20 international 100 for Bangladesh, which was against UAE. Let's see how they go about it.
All right, speaking of Pakistan, they've gone in with one change. Abbas Afridi has been given an opportunity. So a change in the bowling lineup, Ramiz.
Yeah, I mean, more impressive is the change in the mindset, you know, after winning the toss, electing to bowl and challenging yourself. I think that's the right kind of mindset that you want from Pakistani captain and the team. It looks a rock-solid unit. I mean, they won the series, so might as well use the pacer, Afridi, who's been very good. You know, he hits that length and is very, very good in the middle phase of the innings. So it's a good change.
Also, Pakistan, you know, when you look at the all-rounder options that they have, we'll be talking about that as well. But just the cap presentation, Atar, for Khalid Ahmed, this 92nd T20 international cap for Bangladesh.
Yeah, he picked up 20 wickets in the recently concluded Bangladesh Premier League, and he's done well, so he deserved this opportunity. I hope he does well. Important for them, since they're batting, the problem has been that when they lose wickets in the cluster. They lost the 8 wickets for 64 runs in the first T20 international, and they lost 7 for 77 after they started well as an opening pair, added 44 for the opening partnership. That cannot happen. If that happens, then you're not going to go and win matches. Then you need to stop it. If you lose wickets, somebody has to just make sure that you block those out a couple of overs, and then you continue in that similar kind of an aggressive fashion.
All right, so then plenty to play for Bangladesh. Like Arthur rightly pointed out, it's important that they maintain those partnerships as well. That's the key for Bangladesh from whatever we've seen so far. That's been the main weak link for them. Lots to think about for Pakistan as well, because remember, they are bowling first, so a different kind of challenge. We'll take a short breather, and when we do come back, we'll be back with a pitch report. Back on pitch side, and Pakistan has won the toss and they have decided to bowl first. Now we've seen 3 201 scores in the last 3 consecutive games that we've seen here in Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore, which is quite a record. Let's find out from Mike Hazeman and Amir Sohail what the pitch is saying today.
In the first 2 games of this series, during the day the temperature was 42 degrees Celsius and it cooled down at night to get to 32 degrees. And each of the first 2 days of the series as well, the boundaries were 63, 63, 63 and 69. Same for both. Also, the first 2 games of the series, Pakistan won the toss and elected to bat first. And the first 2 games of the series, Pakistan batted well, and both times got 201. So there's a lot of similarities so far. Also, in the first 2 games of the series, we played on pitch number 8. Haha! I've got a difference for you. Today, we're on pitch number 10, so there's a slight change. Righto, Amir's with me as well. Amir's been having a bit of a look at this surface. Amir, what are your thoughts?
Well, you talked about similarities and the differences. I don't see any difference in the pitch,
so
to be honest.
It's
a slab of concrete,
right.
Meaning it's going to be run feast once again. Batsmen will have the freedom to express themselves, and we have to feel for the bowlers already.
Righto. So how do the bowlers operate on this?
Well, I think they have to variate intelligently. It doesn't mean that, you know, they have to resort to slow ones and all that. You have to mix your bouncers intelligently. If you are able to do that, then you can bring a surprise element for the batters. Otherwise, I think it's going to be a struggle.
Now, in the first 2 games of the series, Bangladesh also lost 8 for 60 on each game. Do you think that's a chance again today? Or are we hoping and expecting them to play better?
I'm actually hoping that the Bangladeshi batters are going to compete well against the spinners. That's where they've been faltering. They haven't got the answers against Abra or any other spinner used by the Pakistanis. So that's unlike Bangladeshis, who are brought up on turning tracks.
Righto. The first 2 games of the series, we said you've got to bat and bat well. It's a good batting track. Amir's saying exactly the same on this one as well. Good batting track. The batsmen are going to enjoy this. So it's going to be another run fest for the batsmen. Good luck, bowlers.
And surprise, surprise, it's going to be a run fest for the batsmen. We've seen that throughout the HBL PSL, Ramiz, and this promises to be, what, another belter?
Yeah, I mean, I could sort of make out the little bit of sarcasm in Hazy's tone, you know, good luck bowlers, and I think it's going to be exactly that. But Pakistan have chosen to bowl first, which is good because they're going to be challenged out there. Pitch looks a beauty again.
Just in terms of the bowling resources that Pakistan has, they've got, you know, all-rounders. So they've got plenty of options in the form of all-rounders, because there's Shadab, there's Fahim Ashraf, there's Khushtil Shah, Salman Ali Agha, which is actually great because you need that in this form of the game.
So there are 2 theories. One theory is a certain captain would want more specialists, because when the crunch time comes, you want to throw the ball to somebody who's used to such or taking such pressure. The other school of thought is that I've got to include more all-rounders, because they can work both ways. On a good day, they'll give me 25 runs of 10 balls with the bat and then pick up a wicket or 2. So there are 2 different mindsets, 2 different strategies. If given the choice, if you're asking me my preference, yes, I would have more specialists than all-rounders.
All right, so specialists over all-rounders. Again, something up for debate. But your thoughts, Athar, in terms of how Bangladesh should be looking to bowl in these conditions, because let's not forget that, you know, they have conceded 201. These are batting conditions, but what is that ideal length?
Well, back of the length on stumps, you got to bowl stump to stump, but they're batting first, so they need to score runs initially. Make sure that they get to close to 200. If you don't on this kind of a surface, especially him, Tanzid Hassan Tamim, because he's got the start. They've got players like Ridoy and also Parvez Hussain. Imon Jakir Ali comes in, he misses out. Madison Miraj made a little bit of contribution, but you got to get in and play an aggressive mindset to go and play some aggressive cricket right from the top of the order. And if you can do that, then comes how to play someone like Shadab and Abrar, because they're the ones who picked up 6 wickets and they've gone economy-wise less than 7 runs in an over. So they've got to handle the spinners better. And if they can do that, then runs on the board is always pressure.
Absolutely, runs on the board is always pressure. From a Pakistan perspective then, you know, Salman Ali Agha, initial thoughts on what you've seen of him as a leader?
Well, he chews gum quite cleverly, which is, it remains very relaxed. Hence, he remains very relaxed. And the fact is that he's willing to experiment also. The fact that Pakistan have scored over 200 runs consecutively now for quite a few games augurs well, not only for Salman, but what he's trying to achieve with this team, which is like fearless cricket, which is like he's quite okay to experiment with a lot. And I think moving forward, and he bats extremely well. I made that point earlier also, that when you go out there as a captain, you've got to not wear that captaincy hat. You've got to make sure that you leave it in the dugout, go out there only thinking as a batsman, and I think he did that quite well in a couple of matches at least, if not all.
Lithan then, I mean, you're talking about leadership styles. The Salman Ali Agha relatively new. What about Lithan? I mean, what do you think? What do you think he perhaps needs to improve, or what have you been impressed by so far?
Well, he did get that start when he scored those 48 runs. He got out loose delivery outside the off stump. He smashed that square cut straight into the points. But when you do get a start in, he's an experienced campaigner. He's a class act. It looks like that he gets so much time when he's batting. Once you see him batting for a longer period of time, he can really crack it on because he's got the experience, and now he's the skipper of Bangladesh team, so he's got a little bit more responsibility on his shoulders. Also, the fact that you want to lead by example. If you score well and if your captaincy is good, then obviously it will encourage the team members around him. Hopefully he can score runs, and hopefully that can spur his team to post a very good total, because there's still a lot to play for. If they can close to 191 or 200, game on for Bangladesh.
Just want to add a point here. I think they've got to look at somebody like Hassan Nawaz. Now, Hassan Nawaz was like a 6-hitter or nothing. I think you've got to have that rhythm when you go out to bat. So 1s and 2s are critical for somebody like Lithan Das, because you can't hit every ball out of the park. So you've got to have that rhythm, that game sense or game awareness where you milk the bowling, get the 1s and 2s, get partnerships rolling.
All right then. Thank you so much. Quite like this partnership here as well on pitch side. Thank you so much for your thoughts once again, Adhar and Ramiz. This obviously is the last encounter between Pakistan and Bangladesh, with Pakistan winning the toss and deciding to bowl first. Really a challenge for them to try something different. They won the first 2 tosses and decided to bat first. The crowd is building up nicely. I can tell you it's going to be more packed because it is the Super Sunday that we're all looking forward to. Take a short break and catch you guys on the other side.